I'm David Trainer, CEO of New Constructs, here to talk to you today about my best and worst ETFs and mutual funds for the healthcare sector for the first quarter of 2014. This sector ranks 6 out of the 10 sectors per my sector rankings for the first quarter of 2014. And let's be aware, folks, that ETFs and mutual funds in the healthcare sector are very different. They can have anywhere from 20 to 311 holdings. And holdings, let's keep in mind, are what matter. Past price performance isn't going to tell you how the fund or ETF is going to do in the future. The holdings will. And we focus on understanding and analyzing the holdings of all ETFs and mutual funds because that's what we believe will drive future performance. We cover 7,000 mutual funds and 400 ETFs, and for every single rating, we look forward by understanding the actual underlying holdings. As an example, my favorite mutual fund and ETF in the healthcare sector, first, iShares U.S. Medical Devices, ticker IHI. That's my top ETF. My top mutual fund is the Delaware Group Healthcare Fund, ticker DLHIX. My least favorite ETF in the healthcare sector is the State Street Spider S&P Biotech, ticker XBI. My least favorite mutual fund is Ridex Series Funds Biotechnology Fund, RYBOX. Now, the difference between the funds I like and the ones I don't like is holdings. We like funds that allocate capital to stocks with low expectations and high cash flows. We don't like funds that allocate stocks or to bad stocks because they've got high valuations and poor quality of earnings. Now, figure 3 will show you exactly how the sector breaks down. 32 out of the 314 stocks, or over 15% of the market value of stocks in the healthcare sector, get an attractive or better rating. However, there are no healthcare sector ETFs or mutual funds that get an attractive or better rating. The big takeaway here is there's plenty of good stocks to choose from and plenty of market cap to invest in that's got an attractive rating, but ETFs and mutual funds aren't allocating to them. Why pay fees to be invested in bad stocks? Now let me give you an example of stocks I like. One of my favorite stocks in the healthcare sector is Medtronic. This company's been growing cash flow like crazy at a rate of 14% compounded annually over the last 15 years. That's how much they've grown their notepad. However, the current valuation of the stock, about $59 a share, implies that the company's profits will never grow more than 10% above their current levels. Never grow more than 10% above current levels, even though the company has generated cash flow growth at a rate of 14% over the last 15 years. That's very low expectations for a stock that's generated that much cash flow. Now, for a stock I don't like, Healthways, ticker HWAY. Over the past 4 years, the company's after-tax cash flow has decreased by 25%. But to justify the current stock price of about $17, the company's going to have to grow profits by 25% compounded annually over the next 12 years. Profits are declining, but you got a stock price that implies humongous growth. Put that into a model sometime. 25% over 12 years, that's a ridiculous level of growth for just about any company, much less one that's struggling in a very competitive business and has fallen behind many of its competitors, as Healthway has. Now keep in mind, folks, we're going to help you avoid blow-ups in stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds because we're going to help you identify and avoid ETFs and mutual funds that put money in stocks like Healthways and identify and be able to invest in the ETFs and mutual funds that put money in good stocks like Medtronic. Thank you.